With their arrival in Karava 4, Lord Charon's forces had wiped out in a single blow the 253rd and 254th Conservator Regiments of the Imperial Guard. Then, after crossing the entire system in a warpath of blazing conquest, they came to face the 252nd Regiment in their heavily defended city stronghold. The Alpha Legion no longer had the element of complete surprise, or the Warp Storm to their advantage. But the result was the same: utter victory for Chaos. The Alpha Legion considered this conquest a strike against the Imperium itself. Lord Charon let his Chaos Space Marines, cultists, and other forces loose upon the city. The Guardsmen were rounded up. Those that did not turn over to Chaos immediately did so out of madness after a little torture. And very few died faithful to their false emperor. Although Stubbs himself had somehow escaped, the broken bodies of his top officers were set up high upon a stage as a token and trophy of the day. When Chaos Lord Faravius Charon set foot upon the outer edge of the Lands of Solitude, he could feel his greatest of victories fast approaching. Already, he had beaten the legendary Blood Ravens back to the very door and left them cowering in their own stronghold. Emboldened by this turn of events, the Alpha Legion pressed on towards the headquarters of their ancient enemy and there engaged in battle. If the Blood Ravens had not fought so well, Lord Charon would not so thoroughly have relished their defeat. His Alpha Legion Chaos Space Marines, with chaos coursing through their veins, with screams and great acts of barbarity, had countered the enemy at every turn until victory was won. Although the dead Space Marines were horribly desecrated in the aftermath, it was those who somehow survived that were truly to be pitied. The dying Commander Boreal was forced to watch many of these unspeakable atrocities before the last trickle of life drained from his body. Lord Charon dedicated the Lands of Solitude to Chaos, renaming the land in demonic Segrebriot. But his men called the place another thing entirely: Raven's Blood, for all that they had shed that day. Second only to the Space Marines, the Alpha Legion found a natural enemy in the Sisters of Battle. If anything, the Sisters Militant stood even closer to the false Emperor, whose destruction they were sworn to perpetrate. In the Order of the Sacred Rose, the soldiers of Chaos saw more than revolting pious zeal. They saw manifest evidence of the Emperor's powers through the Sisters of Battle's many acts of faith. Spurred by these considerations and the active threat the Sisters of Battle posed, Lord Charon resolved on a direct attack. He would prove definitively the superiority of the Chaos Gods. The Alpha Legion Chaos Space Marines certainly proved their own superiority that day, routing the Sisters of Battle and spurning their powers, prayers, and their living saint alike. Of the dark ceremonies and horrible atrocities that the victorious soldiers of Chaos perpetrated there in the Sama district, it is not best to give a full account. Under the orders of Lord Charon himself, however, several particularly horrible examples were blasted into space, in a path that would surely be intercepted by an Imperial battle fleet.